Hello. Well, good evening. My name is Elijah Miles. I'm 18 years old, and I'm an intern at Teach for America for the summer. I work on the district schools and community partnerships team with Chidamawe and Leslie. I pray for chances like this where I get a chance to speak. And so I first like to thank Emma, who's not here, I don't think, and Chaka and Teach for America for giving me this opportunity. I had the hardest time writing this speech because I didn't want to disagree with people. I didn't want to step on any toes, and I wasn't completely sure if I was in the right to say what I'm going to say. But all that's not really important right now because I believe in my heart that I'm doing it for something bigger than me. So here goes. I just graduated from high school about a month ago, which was cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, focus, all that good stuff. It made my family real proud. But something bugged me. When I came home from graduation, I was real mad because I thought about what people said at my graduation, how people saw their graduation, how people viewed their education as a whole, what people aspired to be, where they wanted to go, how they viewed their success, whatever you can name, I was mad at. I felt so different in my beliefs, and no one saw it the way I saw it. My friends were saying stuff like, yo, they doubted me. They said I couldn't do it. But, yeah, look at me now. Or my other friends were saying, yo, like this diploma right here, this is my ticket out of the hood. They told how they wanted to move in big houses with lawns and get married and have 2 kids. Most of all, what most of them said, they said how their kids won't have to grow up the way they grew up. You know what I mean? And most people, you're probably thinking right now, well, what's wrong with that? They want better for themselves. Well, my problem with that is right in that is that they only want better for themselves. They didn't think about anybody but themselves and their families. They only talked about them and what they would do in the rest of their life. They didn't think about their neighborhood. They didn't mention paying it forward or giving back. And how do kids get this mindset? I think kids get this mindset from everyone. When times is hard at home, teachers would say, it's okay, because soon you'll get out the hood. You'll go off to college. You know what I mean? And think about that. You won't have to ever come back here. They talked about my neighborhoods as if I was in hell. And the only way to get out of hell was through their education. This motivation to leave hell and get to the promised land is the reason why some will never come back. The teachers, they told them it ain't no good there. It's the reason why some won't keep in touch with their old friends because teachers told them that their old friends are trying to hold them back, trying to hold them down. It's the reason why kids are growing up with no role models in their neighborhoods right now. And I would even take it a step further to say that the reason that this mindset is the reason why neighborhoods are the way they are now. And if you truly want to make a change, and I believe in my heart that you do, I suggest that you try to break this down. But how do you combat this selfishness? What do we offer to them as an alternative? My teacher answered me in this way when he asked my class, what's the common thread between Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King? I thought it was a stupid question. You know what I mean? It's a lot of common threads. But the common thread that he explained was that it's their extreme love for people. Sometimes the people they were advocating for didn't want to be advocated for. And the people they were fighting for didn't want to be fought over. But they kept on pushing because they truly loved people. This type of love for people is what you should be pushing on your kids. When people try to tear them down, or a boy in your class just got robbed, or a girl in your class gets bullied in a neighborhood, allow them to be angry, but direct their anger to the fact that someone taught those kids that it's okay to behave like that. Direct their anger to the fact that someone taught them that it's everybody for themselves. encourage them to look at it as Jesus did when he was getting crucified by the same people he seeked to save. And he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because this is the truth of the matter. The people who put them down were put down. And the people who hurt them were hurt. I feel like if you just change their perception of the situation they're in, you would create a better motivation to succeed. Better than teaching them to hate where they come from and have hope for where they're going. Their motivation will come from a deep faith inside that says it doesn't have to be like this. Why do my friends only see hope on the nearest corner? I'm going to change that. Why do my friends feel like it's okay to kill each other and hurt each other like we're not part of the same community? I'm going to change that. Teachers, instead of making sellouts, excuse my language, you would have made people who change their communities more than you ever could. I think this would bring love back to neighborhoods because they would realize that it's not one against the other, or them against the world, or them against the hood that's trying to hold them back. It's them together, not separated by hoods like Park Heights and Emerson Village. Set on one goal. And that goal is to make it better for the people coming along after them. Much like Martin Luther King. This is my dream for Baltimore City. It's an actual dream. I actually dream about it sometimes. But at the center of it, it's not me. It's not parents. It's not the government. It's teachers. I believe with all my heart that you have the power to do it. I believe because this is where it transformed me. From the kid who wanted to be a drug dealer in middle school, whose mother was in and out of jail because of her drug addiction, whose best friend was murdered when I was only 14, the kid who had the biggest temper, it was just a pain in the butt, to the guy that's standing before you today, still dealing with most of those things. But I don't focus on that because I realize that it's bigger than me. It's not about me. For example, Harriet Tubman. She got out of slavery. Got to the north. She was around everything she could ever dream of. But she went back again and again because Harriet realized it's bigger than her. And the same thing I realized, and it's bigger than you in me. Everything that I am is because a couple of teachers like you saw through all that mess and all my falls and saw the potential deep down inside Elijah that I couldn't even see for myself. And it's this type of teacher that's made me into the man I am today. A man who has an extreme love for people. So I tell you again that you can do it because I'm living proof of it. You can pass the torch to these kids so that they change their communities and change the world. I believe in you. Have hope. Be determined. And don't give up. Thank you.